Hi everyone! Welcome to Plaid Academy. I really hope this video helps you out. If it does, I'd super appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, share it with your friends, and leave a positive comment. Your support really keeps me motivated to create more great videos for you. Hey everyone! In this video, we're going to dive into how to use the sine and cosine rules. Now, if you're studying for your Igcse, GCSE, or O Level exams with Cambridge International, Pearson Edexcel, AQA, or OCR, this video is made for you. It's also essential foundational knowledge for anyone heading into higher level math. I hope you have fun learning and start loving math as much as I do. Let's get started. Now, let's talk about how to use the sine rule to find lengths or angles in any triangle. Unlike Pythagoras' theorem or basic trigonometry, the sine rule can be used in any triangle, not just right-angled ones. In triangle ABC, side A is opposite angle A, side B is opposite angle B, and side C is opposite angle C. To find a missing length, you need to know any two angles and one side. In this case, it is easiest to use the formula with the lengths as the numerators. Side A over sine A equals side B over sine B equals side C over sine C. To find a missing angle, you need to know two sides and a non-included angle. For these problems, we flip the formula so the angles are the numerators. Sine A over side A equals sine B over side B equals sine C over side C. Both formulas are essentially the same, but here is a pro tip. When finding a side, keep the sides on top. When finding an angle, keep the signs on top. This makes the algebra much simpler. Next, let's apply the sine rule to find a missing length in a triangle. In triangle ABC, our goal is to find the length of side A, correct to three significant figures. To find a missing side, we need to know at least two angles and one side. In this triangle, angle A is 48 degrees, which is opposite to side A. Angle B is 50 degrees, which is opposite to the known side of 7.4 centimeters. Angle C is 82 degrees. Since we already have two matching pairs of sides and angles, we don't need to use this angle, so we can ignore it. Since we are finding a side, we use the formula with the lengths as the numerators. Side A over sine A equals side B over sine B. Now let's substitute our values. 48 degrees for the angle A, 7.4 centimeters for the side B, and 50 degrees for the angle B. Multiply both sides by sine 48, so A equals 7.4 over sine 50 and times sine 48. Using a calculator, we get side A is equal to 7.18 centimeters to three significant figures. Next, let's apply the sine rule to find a missing angle in a triangle. In triangle ABC, our goal is to find angle B correct to three significant figures. To find a missing angle, we need to know at least one angle and two sides. In this triangle, we can see angle B is unknown and is opposite to the side of 6.8 centimeters. Angle C is 70 degrees, which is opposite to the side of 8.7 centimeters. Since we are looking for an angle, it is easiest to use the sine rule formula with the signs as the numerators. Sine B over side B equals sine C over side C. Now let's substitute our values. 6.8 centimeters for side B, 70 degrees for angle C, and 8.7 centimeters for side C. Multiply both sides by 6.8, so sine B equals sine 70 over 8.7 and times 6.8. To find the actual angle B, we must use the inverse sine function. So B equals sine power -1 of sine 70 over 8.7 and times 6.8. Using a calculator, we get angle B equals 47.3 degrees to 3 significant figures. Next, let's talk about the ambiguous case of the sine rule. Consider triangle ABC as shown. Angle A is 50 degrees, while angles B and C are unknown. Side AB is 7 centimeters, and side BC is 6 centimeters. Notice what happens if we rotate side BC about point B. Because BC is shorter than AB, it can meet the baseline AC at 2 different points. This creates 2 possible triangles that both satisfy our given information but have different lengths for AC and different values for angle C. When we measure angle C in both triangles, we find 63 degrees for the first triangle, the acute case, 117 degrees for the second triangle, the obtuse case. You'll notice that the sum of these 2 angles is 63 plus 117 equals 180 degrees. This is the key to the ambiguous case. Now, let's calculate angle C using the sine rule. In our first triangle, ABC, angle C is unknown and is opposite the side of 7 centimeters. Angle A is 50 degrees, which is opposite the side of 6 centimeters. Since we are finding an angle, we use the formula with sines as the numerators. Sine C over side C equals sine A over side A. Substitute the values: 7 for side C, 50 degrees for angle A, and 6 for side A. Multiply both sides by 7, so sine C equals sine 50 over 6 and times 7. To find the angle C, we use the inverse sine function. So C equals sine power -1 of sine 50 over 6 and then times 7. Using a calculator, we get angle C equals 63.3 degrees to 3 significant figures. This is our first possible answer. To find the other possible angle C, we simply subtract 63.3 from 180, which gives us 116.7 degrees. Now, let's talk about how to use the cosine rule to find lengths or angles in any triangle. Just like the sine rule, the cosine rule can be used in any triangle, not just right-angled ones. In triangle ABC, side A is opposite angle A. Side B is opposite angle B. Side C is opposite angle C. To use the cosine rule to find a missing length, you need to know 2 sides and the included angle, the angle between them. We use this formula. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times cos A. Notice that the side you want to find must be opposite the angle you use in the formula. To use the cosine rule to find a missing angle, you need to know all 3 sides. We use this rearranged formula. Cos A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared divided by 2 times B times C. This version is much easier to use if you can memorize it. However, if you are strong at algebra, you don't strictly need to memorize this second version. It is simply the first formula rearranged to make cos A the subject. You can always start with the first formula and solve for the angle step by step. Next, let's talk about how to use the cosine rule to find the length of a side. In triangle ABC, our goal is to find the length of side A correct to 3 significant figures. Looking at the diagram, we can see side A is the unknown side opposite angle A, which is 115 degrees. Angle A is the included angle, meaning it is trapped between our two known sides, side B, 6 centimeters, and side C, 9 centimeters. Because we have two sides and the included angle, we use the formula for length. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times cos A. Now, let's substitute our values, 6 for B, 9 for C, and 115 for angle A. So, A squared equals 36 plus 81 minus 108 times cos 115. To find A, we take the square both sides. So A equals square root of 36 plus 81 minus 108 times cos 115. Using a calculator, we get A equals 12.8 centimeters to 3 significant figures. Next, let's talk about how to use the cosine rule to find a missing angle. In triangle ABC, our goal is to find angle A, correct to 3 significant figures. Looking at the diagram, we can see angle A is the unknown angle we need to find. Side A is 9 centimeters, which is opposite to angle A. Side B is 8 centimeters, which is opposite to angle B. And side C is 11 centimeters, which is opposite to angle C. Because we know all 3 sides, we can use the rearranged cosine rule formula for the angle. Cos A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared divided by 2 times B times C. Now let's substitute our values, 8 for B, 9 for C, and 11 for A. This simplify to cos A equals 104 divided by 176. To find angle A, we use the inverse cosine function. So A equals cos power -1 of 104 over 176. Using a calculator, we get the angle A equals 53.8 degrees to 3 significant figures. Next, let's talk about how to decide whether to use the sine rule or the cosine rule. Here is the general rule. When a problem involves 2 sides and 2 angles, use the sine rule. When a problem involves 3 sides and 1 angle, use the cosine rule. Let's look at an example. Triangle XYZ. First, let's identify our sides and angles. We'll label angle X as A, angle Y as B, angle Z as C. Their opposite sides will be lowercase a, b, and c. Our first goal is to find angle X to 3 significant figures. Since we know all 3 sides and need to find an angle, we'll use the rearranged cosine rule. Cos A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared divided by 2BC. Now let's substitute our values. X for angle A, 4 for A, 8 for B, and 5 for C. So, cos X equals 73 over 80. To find angle X, we use the inverse cosine function. So, X equals cos power -1 of 73 over 80. Using a calculator, we get angle X equals 24.1 degrees to 3 significant figures. Next, let's find angle Y to 3 significant figures. Now that we know one angle and all 3 sides, we can use either the sine rule or the cosine rule to find other angle. To make it easier, we will choose the sine rule. Since we are looking for an angle, we use the version with the sines as the numerators. Sine B over side B equals sine A over side A. Substitute our values, y for angle B, 8 for B, unrounded angle X for angle A, and 4 for A. Multiply both sides by 8, so sine y equals sine 24.1 times 2. To find angle y, use the inverse sine function. So y equals sine power -1 of sine 24.1 times 2. Using a calculator, we get angle y equals 54.9 degrees to 3 significant figures. Finally, let's find angle z to 3 significant figures. Remember, the interior angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So z equals 180 minus x plus y. Using our unrounded values to keep things accurate, we get 101 degrees to 3 significant figures. I really hope this video helps you out. If it does, I'd super appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, share it with your friends, and leave a positive comment. Your support really keeps me motivated to create more great videos for you.